Yes, all right. Uh, welcome, guys, for another episode. Our dear viewers, this is of course I'm Ronnie as usual. We are here on Elevate Voice TV, as we say, amplifying lives and inspiring the world. So we are here on our other episode. I'm glad to be here again. It has been a while, and guess what? Today I happen to come with another guest. We are going to have a topic. We're going to share our minds and see how he has what he has for us. And of course, as usual, we bring tips for the youth. We uplift the youth, and we elevate the youth. Of course, also your suggestions are always important, always require them in the comment section. We are not the custodians of knowledge as usual. So, welcome on Elevate Voice TV, sir.
I'm very pleased
Of course,
to be here.
introduce yourself to our viewers. Introduce yourself briefly.
Yeah, my name is Ssentamu and Yeah, maybe should I give my other maybe?
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
I'm also a student at Chambogo University, pursuing my bachelor's in arts with education. Yeah, I'm also a chairman somewhere. Maybe I have a smaller group that I'm heading there. So a small organization, but however, I'm also a chairman in that organization.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So we are happy, Mr. Karim, to receive you today.
I'm very
the honor. I'm going to come and be with us. So my viewers just be ready to hear from him, and of course you're going to meet the expectations of that our meeting with him. So as we are here, we're going to look on a small topic, but kind of useful in our daily lives, in our employment, and where we are. It's a social kind of topic. It's about public speaking, public address. How do we speak in public? How do you address the public? Yeah, that's what we're going to look on. We thought it was that is a good kind of topic share with you guys because we work with the society. So, and we had to connect with Mr. Karim. Of course, he's also had his fasting. So he was like, so I'm fasting, but I'm going to have time for you. So here he is. So we are good to go. If you can get a pen and not have down something, then that's good for you. Mr. Karim, yes, once again, we are going to begin on this topic as we had sent to the topic you had received it earlier on. So, what is public kind of speaking, public address? Yeah. What is it?
Conceptually, it may not have a clear definition, but public speaking, maybe in an ideological way, I can say that this is a way different speakers or different people try to expose their ideas, try to present them to the different masses. So specifically, it's all about how do you present your points, or how do you give out your ideas? How do you behave when you're giving out your ideas? Yeah, it's a very large topic, but I think we shall try to summarize it. But it's dwelling into very many fields. For example, we have leadership. That's one. We may also have business. Also, the social gatherings. For example, we have marriage and water and so on. Maybe these meetings for the clan. There are very many.
Yeah, so in short, we can't avoid public address, public speaking. You can't avoid it. Sometimes it's unavoidable because we always meet masses, groups of people. So, Mr. Karim, I want to help our viewers and inform them what does it require for someone to present himself for a good public speech. What does it require? Here we're going to look at first of all, I think we should look at the dressing code. I want to talk about the dressing code for a public speech before someone delivering a public speech. And which dressing code can I personally put on when I'm going maybe to address, like let me say I'm going to have these people, we call them the what? People who talk on like it's let me talk of these functions like maybe weddings. How can someone dress on wedding? Because I know a public speaker, the dressing code are different according to the function.
Yeah.
So briefly talk about it.
Yeah. First of all, even that was my first point, but it's about the dressing code. It's a very critical issue that we need to think about when you're going to address the public. First of all, you first find out which group of people am I going to address? Which kind of speech am I going to give? It's going to determine the way you dress. The dressing code is a very, very critical issue when we are thinking about how we are going to address the public. One time, even it was I had a certain event I had to attend. So I found out that it was a conference. It was at it was about the African. It was an event that we had that it was talking about elections, about having peaceful elections, but it was kind of an official gathering. But I had to get this gentleman. I don't know about what happened to him. I don't know, but he came up. Was kind of messy. A dressing code. You know, as we as the youth, we tend to blend in as the Gen Z generation. We like to dress in that way that you, yeah. But this guy happened to put on a sweater shirt. He was putting on a very big jean. I don't know how is it called, a very baggy jean. I don't know. Very big jean with messy hair. So he had to attend the function, but I don't think that this guy had to blend in. Because he also put up the hand and I don't know, this guy who was the MC was like, should I really give this guy a chance to speak? So the way you dress matters a lot. Because it gives that impression to the people who are listening to you. So when we are speaking about the dressing code, different functions have different dress codes. We expect someone at least to choose something that is very good, something that is gentle or decent when it's going to an official function or a gathering. For example, you are addressing maybe in a conference, you are a teacher, so different official gatherings need that gentle kind of thing. Find out a shirt that can at least, find out a shirt, find out a gentle trouser that you can tuck in very well and you get smart. Whenever you are smart, you also gain the confidence. You just imagine someone is in front of a gathering or the public, and he happens to have a whole lot. Everyone will be like, you know, that guy is having a whole lot at this side of the trouser. Okay. So also, when you're going to dress, you must first check your attires. Are they ironed? Are they what? Also, your oral health matters a lot. Because you're going to speak, and someone is like, this guy, hey, there are these guys who speak like, and spitting saliva to that kind of impression. So you also mind about your oral health. Try to get some air fresheners, or if possible, if you're going to address, you try to get some mints. I don't know. Have you ever got a chance to have that stuff that is called a mint? Peppermint. Peppermint. Yeah. So you try for that when it smell good. Also, maybe you can put on a Colgate or a perfume so that it can smell good. All right, Mr. Karim, away from the dressing code, we have other things I think we should also mind of. So I want you to talk about, when it comes to packaging, how should someone package his speech? Depending on different function, you will be diving into different functions. Different functions, as weddings, if not wedding, like that. Yeah, of course. Also, when you're speaking to the public, at least find out which group of people am I going to address. Is it an official gathering? Is it maybe a social gathering? When you find out the people you're going to address, it gives you a clue on how to organize your speech. For example, you must first find out that I'm going to attend a gathering of such and such a people. You identify the dignities maybe. So it gives you a clue on how to organize your speech. First of all, You say, I'm going to address such and such a group of people. So you must first at least jot down the dignities, the different dignities. You follow the protocols. That's why some people say, you hear them saying, protocol observed. Yeah. But after finding out the major or the main guests at the event, you found the main guests at the event. First find out the dignities, you note them down. So you organize a speech with the introduction, you put a body, the different points you're going to talk about, also a conclusion also can matter.
Okay. When someone is having a public speech, basically delivering a public speech, talk about the body language. How should the facial expressions, the what? How should someone be should someone be too rude?
Of course, someone should not be too rude.
Sometimes people say, I have a friend who's like, I have a friend called Dr. Nende Shabil is like, oh, Emuslim, you must be serious when you speak. Like politicians, you must can you be funny or you should only be what is being funny necessary? Is being tough or rude? Which angle should someone be in?
Oh, that's a good question. Self-esteem. I will first talk about self-esteem. Yeah, you feel that that experience or that feeling that you may feel that I can do this. That's the key. Have that confidence that I can do this thing. Whenever you fail to attain that confidence and self-esteem that you can do something, it's a very, very bad thing. I don't know what happens, but at least sometimes you get into the people and you're like, you're fearing people. Let me give you one tip.
Yes.
Sometimes when you're speaking to the public, for example, you get a chance to speak maybe in a hall. Try not to look at these faces. Just try to look at the back. Maybe you can even look at the wall. If possible, you can look at the windows. Because no, you just feel that, just feel free. Look at the windows. Don't look, whenever you look into someone's eyes and she's like, oh my God.
You lose it. You lose the concentration.
Yeah, you can lose the concentration. Because remember, we are not so fluent in English. Yeah, we just try. But whenever you come out with someone grammatical English and someone is like, and you're looking him into the eyes, it's like, he may laugh at you, and when he laughs at you, you kind of feel small. Of course, kind of feel small. You feel like you're not in place.
Okay.
But you have talked about what was your question?
My question was, when you're going for a public address or public speaking, you want to is this also a good kind of venture, like making people funny, or you have
of course,
or you want to laugh?
It was about the looks, the facial expression. Of course, we have different stages that maybe where you can address the public. But take an instance, maybe you're given a platform to speak to the people, but that platform is a bit wide. Maybe let's tend from having a bigger platform. So you're standing, you can use the flow. You can keep on moving maybe 2 steps. This side. You can also try moving 2 steps.
So the movements are necessary.
Yeah, you can move.
To gain the confidence or what?
Yeah, but it depends. Sometimes you may appear to attend a dialogue. In a dialogue, of course, you will not stand. So take an instance about the presidential elections that we had on the previous elections. So that event happened to her. It was a debate. So, however, these people had to sit down. The sitting posture, mind about the sitting posture. The sitting posture is also key. You must not also sit in any way you like. Try to find a very good sitting posture. Also, it's okay. The facial, I'm sorry.
During those speeches, I've got communicators who are funny. When you remember, like presidential election debate, I mean, you find like one of the candidates, like Bulira Frank. I remember. It was kind of funny, like making the crowd feeling that is it necessary during a public speech?
Yeah, it's very good because you
masses called.
Yeah, you must keep the masses
with
that enthusiasm to listen to your points. Okay? You must give them that vibe. Remember when this lady was addressing, he was like, Mr. President, check mic 1, 2.
Yeah, that's true.
So the crowd was very, there's a way he was very persuasive and was like, he motivated these masses. Hey, what is this guy having for us?
Yeah.
The way, check, Mr. President, check mic 1, 2.
I remember that.
That lady. Yeah, you know, you have to keep the masses, at least maybe when you have a joke, you speak it out. That's also okay. So it's not a problem. Because these masses are also people, they get tired. So you sit, imagine you having a debate. You sitting from that debate from 8 a.m. to 10. That time is very
okay. So our dear listeners, our dear viewers, you have to understand that this tip, that when you're having a crowd and you're called upon to be one of the public speaker, one of the speakers there, you shouldn't make the crowd get bored of you. You should kind of make them feel like excited, but
they're in place.
Feel in place. You shouldn't speak for yourself, actually.
Yeah.
So Mr. Karim, that's good of it. So talk about I want you also to elevate people's minds, especially the youth, about when we are giving speeches, like what are in the first moment you step on stage, what do you need to consider? What do you need to do that very first moment? You've just stepped on the floor.
Yeah. You get that feeling.
Shyness.
Yeah, you get that feeling.
How do you kill it? And you electrify yourself to be ready to attack.
First of all, what I want to tell the youth, or maybe our dear brothers and sisters, maybe our elders, whenever you're going to address the public, by the way, you cannot get away, you cannot shy away from addressing the public. Anytime, anywhere, you can address the public. So you keep on training yourself. Maybe you're in your bedroom. You can also try to have a camera. You place a camera in front and you speak to yourself. That also can motivate you. What? Your feelings, and you're like, oh, I can do it. In these social gatherings, I know many people have social gatherings, maybe in church. Try at least to engage into some of these discussions. Try to have platforms, because these social gatherings do not require so much requirements as the official gatherings. Yes. But the first time you appear on the platform, on the stage, salutation, identify the dignitaries that are around. You identify so and so, His Excellency, maybe the President of Uganda, Honorable, such and such, salutation. So members, don't be a shy person. Of course, shyness sometimes comes in. Don't begin shivering when you shiver. Of course, that's a big topic. You have reminded me about self-esteem and confidence. Maybe if you get a chance, you can also exhaust on such a topic. I want you to talk about shivering during that when you're called upon. People shiver, by the way. Yeah, I know people shiver. Yeah. What means about that? Fear? For this young, maybe I can give some advice to this young generation. How should someone overcome shivering? First of all, it comes out of training. So you're not going to avoid shivering for the first time. I can tell you that. But however, the white man says, when you keep on practicing something, one time, one day, you become perfect. No one was born a public speaker. No one can tell you that. However, the times you keep on practicing, yeah, I know some of you fear. But when you keep on practicing that, practice makes what? Perfect. You keep on practicing that thing. At one time, at a certain time, that shivering, no one can avoid shivering at the first time. But the advice I would give to this young generation is that there are certain programs that are put in these early schools, the primary stage and the kindergarten stage, maybe. So you try to encourage the teachers to teach these kids. For example, in primary, we had maybe, I don't know which school did you go to, I don't know. But at least at our school, it was not a fancy school, of course, but at least we try to have debates. You've reminded me of a certain kid. He is on TikTok. So he's like he's addressing he's usually addressing forgotten, but he's usually addressing he was it was a certain school in the village. But this guy, the way he was speaking in the debate, was like he had some ungrammatical English, but the guy was very serious, very tender age. Maybe I think he was around 8. Mr. President, I know these people have been killed. Mr. Biriga. The way he was speaking was like he does not have some good English, but at least he's trying to.
By the way, Mr. Karim, I've made also to think of this. You know that what causes shivering to me, I think that maybe it depends on the public you're going to. Do you also think so? That shivering depends on the public you're going to speak to? Because sometimes, like, when you tell that you're going to meet maybe let me say, the vice chancellor, the board of directors, maybe the board of governors. I'll feel the fear. I'll feel the kind of shivering to how will I organize my speech to them. So I think it depends on. Does it depend also on the people you're going to present to?
Yeah, of course. But I've told you for the first time, when you to address, maybe even if it's these are young kids. So for the first time, you have that fear. However, try not to. That's why I've told you when maybe you're speaking to a big gathering, for example, but you've never met these people. If it's a big hall, try at least to look at the walls. Okay. Try at least to look at them, but you can never avoid it.
Mr. Karim, I have this station. And there's one of mine who told me that, hey, MC, I have an issue whenever I'm speaking to the public, whereby I know like 3 people within the public, and my eye collides. My eye this colliding. Like I'm like meeting an eye to like you meet your like like an eye collides to the other colleague. So
you're addressing some small gathering,
but see Mr. Lucky. Oh, Lucky is there seeing me.
Oh yeah.
I was speaking, I had not seen that Lucky is there, then I have to see that I've seen Lucky. Oh, I would feel like I'm losing it out of the concentration. I feel like I'm feeling it. I don't know. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true. Of course it's true.
What when that you see someone whom you know and you lose out?
Yeah, of course. It usually happens to some people that when they get to look at when he's addressing, it's like, especially when someone is an expert in something, will I not make a mistake? Yeah, you get it? Yeah. So, but no man is born an island, and everyone is. For us in our, remember I'm a Muslim, but for us we believe that everyone here can commit a mistake.
Just I want you to elevate people.
When you try to give out your ideology. Remember, we are trying to give out our ideas. Of course. So when you look at that guy, will you stop there and say,
so what is the trick? How should someone do to overcome that issue?
The tip I will give to some people is that at least you try to avoid looking at that person. Try in all possible means. Think of someone that is he or she is not around that you know. Yeah. Try to think that this guy is not around. Yeah, remove it. Just that mindset. Change that mindset that this guy is around.
You mean that don't mindset. Be too surprised of seeing him that
don't be surprised.
People, you will lose the
you keep on giving out your ideology. Also, think that maybe that seat where that person is sitting is blank.
Okay.
Just change that mindset that this guy, I know him. So you just think about he's not around. Yeah.
Very good. So maybe my last question to you, sir, is going to be, I've got issues. I have friends, those are teachers in making.
Yeah.
They are going for school practice, they are going for internship. Most of the students doing different courses are going for internship after this semester. So I think we can also elevate one person from there, I want you to tell them how, some of them are having this as their first kind.
Yeah.
It's going to be their first time to go in those schools. Someone can't stand school assemblies. So when these structures, when they go to those schools, they are always introduced, and especially during those assemblies, they are told to introduce themselves. What? So I want you to brief them how they should get that confidence, how they should, what they are supposed to speak on that first time on the assembly, what will they make the students to buy them and put them at their heart, to win the hearts of the students in school, like, yeah, this is the teacher.
Okay. So, but I was told we shouldn't dive or dwell into, we shouldn't dwell much into the education part. But okay, it's a good question, of course. The advice that I'll try to give to these fellows of mine is that try. I think they still have some time.
Yeah.
So you try practicing. For example, we have different platforms where you can address the. So try. I've told you, when you're in a bedroom, you can at least record yourself a video. Yeah. Record yourself a video. You post it on TikTok. When you post that thing, when at least if God, if you get a chance and God helps you and you at least you hit some good likes, you're like, it means the way you gain that self-esteem, yeah. So you try record some videos, maybe you dancing, you what, you at least you improve on that self-esteem and confidence. You try, maybe you can record yourself when you're dancing. Maybe also the other advice I'll give to these fellas of mine is that try at least to engage in these social gatherings. For example, you're at church. They are like, we want to create a small committee about maybe they are trying to make up some group, some small group within a church. So you try to contest at least, and you're like, I'll be the chairman. I'll do this. Yeah? Remember, when you engage into those gatherings, when you're leader, you cannot avoid the what? The public.
Yeah, you can't avoid.
So you keep on practicing. There are very many ways of practicing, but at least we cannot exhaust all of them. So you try to make some research, and you're like, how can I keep on training myself, self-esteem and confidence? Also, the other advice I'll give to these fellas of mine is that try at least to dress decently. Find if you have that small money, at least try and buy some good clothes. I know we are not financially stable, but at least you can at least work and during your holiday, maybe during these sessions at campus, you can try at least and get some money. So you try to dress smart. Yeah. Remember, smartness also gives or brings about self-confidence and esteem. So you try to at least buy some good clothes. So you may, whenever you're smart, have you ever tried that thing? Sometimes whenever you're smart, you're like, yeah, I'm smart. Everyone is like, this guy is smart. This guy is smart. So you gain that confidence. Also, smartness can now also build up self-esteem and confidence. So also the dressing code. They should mind about the dressing code. But I've told you, that you can't avoid public address. So they should keep on practicing. These bosses they are going to meet, or the elders or the teachers they are going to find at school. They did not start like that. So it's your first time. No one is going to blame you. Hey, this guy has done like this. Of course, it's your first experience. Maybe when he gets a chance and he or she is talking to you, you tell him, of course, it's my first. At least try to speak to him and tell him that it's my first time. It's my first experience. I've never met such a gathering. So he will not be tough on you. So you just also keep on motivating you that you have to keep on doing that thing. Of course. Thank you.
All right. As we're coming to the conclusion, you're going just in summary, briefly, give the steps involved in a very successful public speech which should be delivered to the masses. These steps, I want you to align them properly. Introduction up to the conclusion, how they flow, so that our people can note down something. They will just find out more details.
Of course, I cannot tell you that they are specific steps to follow, because when you look into some documents or maybe the books that are talking about public address, everyone is going to have different steps. So, but I will give you just, I will not, I will just give you tips. So, but there are no specific steps to follow. But because each and every scholar has steps to follow, you may find this one is having 12, you may find this one is having 10. So, but I'll just give a few steps. First of all, find out which speech are you going to give. Is it a persuasive? Is it a there are different kinds of speeches. So you find out that speech. That's key. Find out the speech, one. After you finding out the speech, at least try to organize your speech. Try to organize your speech. Try to come up with maybe you can have how do we call it? Maybe a draft on how you're going to, or on the way you're going to speak to the people. Maybe I'll first give the salutation. Maybe in the salutation we have the dignitaries and so on and so forth. Then you also greet the people. Maybe good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, because I think good evening, ladies and gentlemen, is a very good thing. Because even if they are young kids, maybe even if it is a combination of young kids and so on, so you greet the people after saluting the dignitaries. So in that draft, you find out the dignitaries, that salutation, what's going to include in the salutation. Then you can come up with your body. Maybe I'll give these different ideas. Remember, we say that public speaking is you trying to communicate those ideas, trying to expose those ideas. So you find out, what am I going to speak about? This point and this one and this one and this one. And my elders, my dear brothers and sisters, never forget a conclusion. Yeah, I remember when my high school, we had this teacher. The conclusion is a he used to speak in that way. The conclusion, never forget. So you after you finding out which speech am I going to give, which group of people am I going to address, you find out the language you're going to use. The tone matters. The language, not as in, we are not speaking about these languages like maybe Luganda English. No. What language are you going to use? You are meeting young kids and young kids. Eh? Try to find out some. Don't use big words. Eh? Maybe don't try to expose them to to maybe we can call it sex education. You're going to meet young kids and you're like, hey, has anyone of you ever had such and such an experience? Have you ever been? Mind about the language you use
and the age.
Yeah, the
age bracket.
Yeah. You're meeting children of between 3 years to 12 years. Maybe that's primary level. Try to mind about the language. You're meeting elder people, very old people, and you're like, for you, you're not telling us anything. For us, we are the Gen Zs. You know, there's this saying maybe in Uganda Kingdom. I'm not trying to be tribalistic, I'm sorry. But there's this saying in Uganda Kingdom that abavubuka ab'omulembe omutebi. Of course. We know that this generation, at least they were appointed out by the King of Uganda. Ssaabasajja Kabaka. So I also recognize that gentleman. So yeah. But try not to be tribalistic in your speech. Of course. Never be tribalistic. That's key. By the way, we have been having that problem in Uganda. As people have been trying to people have been trying, these big dignitaries that have been trying to address the nation. Sometimes they have been facing that challenge. They are trying to be tribalistic. But however, we're all the same. All right. Yeah, God created us and put us in this world. True, of course. Never be tribalistic. Find out the speech you're going to give, the conclusion, the mind about the dressing. Yeah. You're good to go. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much
Mr. Karim.
Yeah, it's a great
Thank
honor
you.
to be here.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
I would like also to give a round of applause to you, Mr. Ronnie.
Yeah, thank you.
Who am I to
not really.
to be at this platform? I would also like to thank that gentleman behind the camera. Yeah,
Mr.
you're doing a very great job. Elevate voice.
Yeah.
We must elevate, we must inspire the youth, not only the youth, but also the elders and also the young kids. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's my great honor.
Take this honor, this opportunity. Thank you for you turning up, showing up when we told you that we need to link up with you and we have a chat with you, a jazz with you. Let me hope it has been not your strengths are not gone in vain. Let me hope at least we have transformed one or two lives and we have hit our point. And this is not something to play around with. I'm so happy. I'm so glad to be with you. I know you're fasting.
Yeah.
All the best for you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's just easy for someone who is fasting to just come.
But of course, I've told you, self-esteem and confidence is key.
Yeah. So, our viewers, I still thank you for you being on this show on Elevate Voice TV. We are here to keep you updated, especially with the current affairs and which we people really have to get to understand. I remain Ronnie. Thank you on Elevate Voice TV.